It was June 2011. I just turned 18 years old and graduated from high school. I woke up by the sound of my favorite song on my phone as the alarm clock. I opened my eyes ever so slowly because I knew that today was going to be a day that I will either regret or I will treasure for the rest of my life. The day of my triathlons felt so surreal because day after day, month after month, I rehearsed my preparation for packing my swim gear, my bike, my labeled number, and most importantly, my shoes. I went through my mind about what I had to wear from one point to another of soon to be my race. I was glad that I already packed the night before, so I just had to check and recheck my gear so I was sure that I didn't miss anything. I was running back and forth from the car to the house because I was so nervous and scared of not making to the race on time. Finally, my family and I were ready to drive to the place where I was going to race. Getting to the race was no hassle, since we didn't have to drive too far from home. But the thing that was very frustrating was the procedure of signing in and getting all these instructions on where to go and what to do and how to do it. I went line after line with the procedures, and before I knew it, I was in the final thing I needed to do. I waited in line patiently while I watched the rest of the competitors get marked with a number which identified them as a racer and not a spectator. When I got marked with that venom marker, I realized that from then on, my name didn't matter anymore. All I was another racer who was going to either finish or give up in the middle of the race. I knew I wasn't just another number. I would have to prove this by finishing this race like if it was another walk in the park. The race was going to begin, and I was all warmed up and ready to go. I remember the sun beating down on the lake, trying to make it a little warmer, but a little warmer than freezing. But even so, the water was super cold. Even with a wetsuit, before I knew it, I was at the starting line for our heat to go. 10. The announcer started counting down for the race. My mind was going through everything I had done for this race, and I knew I could do it. 9. The water was freezing my whole entire body, and I started shaking from my knees up. 8. 7. 6. 5. At that point, my mind started doubting everything I had trained for. I couldn't stop to think that if I couldn't finish this race, I would be a failure for everything. That I have everything from my confidence and my determination. 4. 3. I couldn't do it anymore. My mind and my heart were telling me two different things to me, each of them trying to win right over the next. My mind said I could do it, while my heart said I would fail. 2. 1. After this, I remember nothing. It was so quiet and so peaceful. The last second of the countdown was the most longest second of my life. There wasn't time to think. There wasn't a chance to back down. I knew what to do, and I knew how to do it. Everything in my body was focused and prepared for anything that crossed its path. I knew I wouldn't regret this day. Until this day, I remember being able to finish that great race I had trained for, and stand here and say that I learned that no matter what, of how big of an ego or confidence I have in myself, I wouldn't know that the outcome will be until that final day comes where I put it to the test and see if I am really cut out for that specific moment or for specific challenge. And maybe, just maybe, like that great race, can change my life forever.